morning. Happy Sunday. I hope everybody's having a blessed, wonderful Sunday and had a great week. Today we're going to talk about the pleasure response in our body, dopamine. It's interesting that it affects us more than we think, more than we know, more than we imagine. Because I've had an experience this past week in my no sugar challenge for the month of October where I consumed sugar out of the blue. Thank you, dopamine. Let's talk about it. So lately I've been hearing a lot of people talk about sugar and the effects that sugar have on us and how it keeps us from burning fat. The thing is that dopamine plays a huge part in that because we consume sugar all day long. And sugar should be considered dessert. Anything that's sweetened or sugary should be considered dessert. And if you think about it, we wake up and we have a frappuccino or a coffee with some artificial sweeteners, and even though they are not sugar, they are sweetened and they raise our insulin response. Waffles, pancakes, all the things, cereal, orange juice, any juice, they raise our blood sugar level and they create insulin that has to process the sugars no matter what they are. It could be biscuits, it could be muffins. They all spike our insulin. And if we are then eating that something similar for breakfast, and then we eat, let's say, a protein bar for mid-morning after workout, keep us going, fuel us for energy, snack, our insulin still stays up because guess what? There's sugar in it and it's got to be processed. Then we have lunch, nice healthy lunch, a salad, but we put that salad dressing on it. I was going to name a name, but I'm not going to name names. We put the salad dressing on it and to make it palatable. And that spikes our insulin again. Anything we consume spikes our insulin and it has to be processed. 3 o'clock comes. Let's have some nuts and an apple or something. It's healthy. There's nothing wrong with nuts and apple, but insulin has to work through it. And then we have dinner at 5 or 6 o'clock. So when did our insulin get to go down? It started off highly spiked and then it just kind of stayed up all day long. So insulin being spiked all day long does not give the body a chance to burn fat because it's too busy working through the insulin that has been up all day long. But when insulin goes up and comes down quickly, say with protein or vegetables, it gives our body a chance to burn fat as we are doing a workout or as we are moving throughout the day. Our body naturally wants to burn fat for energy, but it doesn't get a chance to when it's locked behind insulin stores. So what we eat matters if we want to burn fat. What we eat matters if we want to lean out and have a healthy body. Which brings me to my story. I'm in this challenge, no sugar challenge for 30 days, and guess who had sugar the other day? It was organic. It was coconut sugar, but it was in a product that I consumed. And it just reminded me that this journey is not about perfection. It is about progress. This journey is about us taking a look at where we are and what we do and why we do it. This journey is about who do we want to please? Are we looking to please man? Or are we looking to please God? I'm not wanting us to be legalistic like I've said before. This is not about being perfect, having a 30 days of no kind of sugar whatsoever. This is about what effort are you putting into this and who are you putting it in for. And it also gives us an opportunity to see where we are in our journey, our walk with God, our spiritual journey. Thing about me having some sweetener the other day. I am no longer addicted to sugar. I have not craved it. I have not wanted it since then. The difference between an addiction and food freedom is just that. No desire. You can take it or leave it, and you can have peace around it. I'm not beating myself up. I'm not walking in guilt or shame. I'm not even walking in resentment. The only thing that I resent is that I'm on this challenge, and it shouldn't have happened because I'm on a challenge. But I'm on this challenge also to see where my heart is toward God. And I was having some issues with focusing my walk on God and focusing on things that are going on. And life is happening. And like I said, when life happens, God is still God and He's still on the throne. And it helped me to see that I am in food freedom. I'm truly in food freedom because I'm not judging myself and I'm not allowing myself to be judged. That's the world's way. We beat ourselves up. We think we're supposed to be perfect when we're supposed to be living towards something. We're supposed to be creating a life that is pleasing and honoring before God. We are supposed to be creating a life out of relationship with God. In your relationship with God, what is He saying to you about how you're eating? What is He saying to you? Not me, not anybody else, not social media. What is God saying to you about how you're eating and what you're eating? I think that is personal. I keep saying it's personal, but what God says to you is between you and God. I am not the Holy Spirit. That comes between you and God, what God speaks to you. What is it that He wants you to put down, sugar-wise, food-wise, or otherwise? What is it that He's calling you to put down and pick up? What is it that He wants you to have less of because He sees it as a stumbling block in your relationship with Him, in the health that He's called you to? He's called us to be healthy. He's called us to be wealthy. He's called us to be wise. He's called us to have goals. He's called us to have a life that is pleasing to Him. He's called us to have a disciplined life, as Paul would say in the Bible. We are to discern what is right, what is honorable, what is worthy of bringing before the throne of God. Is that what this journey is about for you? These 30 days have been amazing to me so far because they brought me closer to God. They've shown me where I was wandering away from Him. They've shown me that I do truly have food freedom. I am not the most disciplined, but I have food freedom. Let's take a quick look at dopamine and how that plays out in this whole situation, right? So dopamine is our pleasure response. It's supposed to help us stay with what's good and what works for us and what keeps us at peace, right? It's supposed to be the pleasure center, telling us that this is a good thing and this is something enjoyable and that we should do more of that. Sugar is certainly enjoyable. And most of us want to do more of that because it's a delight. It's a pleasure. I enjoy my sweetened foods. I enjoy mostly fruit these days, but I enjoy it. When it becomes where we are doing it more and more and all the time, like having sugar all day long, we're enjoying it, but it's creating a stronghold. It's creating a bond that we are not supposed to have attached to it. We get to the point where, oh, I feel bad, let's have some sugar. Oh, I had a hard day. Let's have some sugar, because that's that pleasure center. That's that response of, I want more of that. That was good and that was enjoyable and that made me feel good. It becomes a cycle, an addictive cycle, which then becomes a stronghold. That is what we want to look out for, and that is what we want to stay away from. The stronghold that it can have on us, because we replace going to God for what we need with feeling good. It could be anything. It doesn't just have to be. So for me, life would get lifey, right? And I would use sugar as my comfort. That was my go-to. I got to the point where I barely ate anything with real nutritional value. I was just consuming things that I enjoyed. With God's help, I began to get freedom around food. I began to be able to release the things that were hindering me. But that's what God does when He rescues us, right? He helps us to get out of the pit that we are in. So just know that you can have real food freedom when you come to God and allow Him to shed a light on the things that you are replacing Him with. Food or whatever it is, just allow God to shed a light on it and to help you to take the steps to get food freedom. I want to thank you guys for coming today and watching this video and having this conversation with me. I really appreciate you being here. Please leave a comment about your experience around food freedom, what you're doing, how you're releasing sugar. Every time I speak with someone and they tell me their story and how they're doing in this journey, it encourages me, because number one, it lets me know I'm not alone. And number two, it lets me know that it works. Spending time with God, allowing Him to determine our experiences with food, allowing Him to lead and guide and instruct us has been so helpful, and other people are experiencing some food freedom, some healing in their bodies. I talked to someone yesterday who no longer has knee pain. Thank God. God is amazing. So thank you again for being here. Like, comment, and subscribe, and have a healthy and blessed week, and I'll see you in the next one.